All right. Hello, hello. Good to see everybody. It has been a minute since we have been live, and I want to make sure that I have gone live on all of our platforms. Looks like we're still not live on Facebook, and we're going to try to get that going if we can do it. All right. Give me just 1 second. I'm sorry. All right, good. We should be going live right now on Facebook as well. And we just want to I want to welcome everybody who is watching. It's been a while since I've posted. And so for those of you all who actually are watching, I want to apologize for the delayed posting. It's been very difficult. Had a loss in the family and then just managing the practice and my clients and the lives as well. But I'm going to try to get in as much as I can. And those of you all who are benefiting, I'm hoping that we can continue to light it up. But I got some stuff to share. I'm always excited to share. So I just like doing this anyway. I figure like even if it's one or two people that check it out, then it's good because I know it's working because I use it in practice. But I want to talk today about I've made too many mistakes in my relationships. Is it any of you all that have made too many mistakes in your relationship? And some of us are having some of that negative self-talk about what's been going on in relationships. Am I speaking to anybody? Anybody made some mistakes in relationships? And this thing just keeps happening over and over again. And we just keep cycling the same way. Um, but saying this, is this a bundle of new information that you're receiving, or is this new information, or are you already familiar with the fact that you know what, I've been jacking up in relationships? For a lot of us, it's nothing new, right? But it's nothing new to have that thought, but what are we doing to actually change the outcomes? I think that for some of us, we need to just stop criticizing ourselves. Stop talking about how many mistakes that we have made in relationships because that may be evident. It may be true. And that's okay to accept and know. But the thing is, am I complaining about that? Am I talking about it a lot? Have I taken the time instead of criticizing myself to, for once, forgive myself? Forgive myself. Have you taken the time to forgive yourself and try to do it right? How much effort have you taken to discover how you can do things differently? I want you to think about that. What have you done lately? This is a new year. What have you done lately to take the time to make sure that you are doing things differently? That could be something as simple as finding accountability partners or a better accountability partner. Someone who is going to tell it to you like it is, but someone who is going to be compassionate and caring for you. Someone who has your best interests. Are you surrounding yourself? Something as simple as that. What are you doing? When's the last time that you thought about um, something positive that you can do to make a change, to make things different? Saying that I have made mistakes in my relationships, although this may be a fact and this may exist, this may be something that you've been experiencing. This is not a future tense statement. I've made, that's the past. Have you thought about this? There is nothing that you can likely find. I'm just going to say it's nothing that you can find that will guarantee right now that for the rest of your life, you're going to continue to make the same relationship. I mean, the same uh, decisions in your relationships. There's not. So with that being said, that means that there's room for something different. What needs to be done differently? Have you thought about that? Have you asked yourself the question instead of criticizing yourself? Have you asked yourself the question, why? Why is it that I'm making mistakes in my relationships right now, today? Why is this happening? A lot of times we've been too busy fixing other people's relationships, fixing other people's situations. We have taken the burden, we have taken the pains of everyone else, and we have occupied our time doing that and has not we have not taken much time to think about what we can do for ourselves. Are you falling in that category? Have you found it difficult, or is it sometimes we just get so set in routine that we're not even thinking that this is something that I'm not doing? This is I'm not even thinking that this is maybe something that I need to start spending time with. How many times have you asked yourself the question about why I'm making these decisions? How many times have you asked yourself the question compassionately? Compassionately. How many times have you asked yourself the question compassionately, without just judgment, without being overly critical, seeking an answer with the confidence that you will find something positive about you, or find something that to where it's not just a session where you're beating up on yourself. How many of us are taking the time to do that? Um, and some of us are surrounding ourselves with individuals who also are being that negative person, that person with the negative criticisms and things like that. So our surroundings make so much a great deal of a difference as well. So it's me and it's my surrounding. How many times have you jumped to the conclusions, the negative conclusions that you had, without seeking understanding for and about yourself? Many times we're not taking the time to investigate us. There is a reason that I make these decisions the way that I do, and I've got to search that. And a lot of times the criticisms aren't allowing for me to make the change. I need to do something different, right? Have you considered that with all of this that is happening, have you considered that there is an unmet need that you're experiencing? Have you considered that there's an unmet need that you're experiencing, that you're searching for a fulfillment of that need in all of the wrong places? I don't know if you've experienced that. It's something in me that, and let's talk a little bit about maybe some of these unmet needs. What is your unmet need? That's the question that we need to ask. Is there an unmet need that I have that causes me to go in a direction seeking what? So I want you to ask yourself the question, or I want you to listen to this statement and fill in the blanks. If this applies to you, have you ever thought like this? I'm not complete until I have blank. What is that? I am not complete until I have blank. A lot of times we're looking for fulfillment in people. We're looking for something we're looking to fill the void that we have through people. In a sense, and I hate to say this, in a sense, we are somewhat using them to meet a need of our own. Because if you really look at it, some of the people that you are spending your time with, some of the people that you have been in relationship with, are people who don't their qualities, their value systems don't match anything like yours. There's not a match. So it's the question is like, if everything they do is contrary to what I believe in, you don't believe in loving people, and you don't believe in positivity, you don't believe in giving, you don't believe in fidelity, you have a ghetto like mentality. Okay, if this is the people who you are surrounding yourself with, why? It has to be that I have my own need, and I see them as I don't want to say as a tool, but a conduit to get that need met. And so therefore we have to even examine ourselves about what we're doing. Right? Some of us are feeling unloved and unwanted, unseen. We have felt that way for a long time, not just in recent times. We felt this is a childhood thing that has happened. We didn't get the love and the validation that we needed, and so we searched through that. We search for that through our spouse or our children, or through other relationships. Okay, that's a dangerous thing. uh the idea for some of us of being a wife or a mother, having security, will bring a sense, we believe, a sense of security, worthiness. uh we have that need to be needed, right? Okay. And so some of the needs that we might find, that some of the things that we might find that are unmet needs that I want you to pay attention to, and we're going to wrap it up, is a need for a stable family unit. Some of you all didn't grow up with that, and so you have a need for that, but you're attracting some of the same things that you saw and experienced in your family unit of origin. And that's something, it's like you're trying to be completely different and to be in a completely different environment from that you was exposed to, but still the people that you're attracting into your home, attracting into your space, are just like the ones that in your mind you're trying to get away from. Why does that happen? We talk about that in coaching. Okay, that's a pretty easy one. Okay, some of us are searching for connection. Some of us are searching for fulfilling relationships or family relations. Some of us are may see marriage or parenting as a way to fix past wounds. We think this is going to bring about healing for us, but it's just a compensation. And what's going to happen if you do it that way, a lot of times we end up screwing up our kids or making a bad marriage or relationship for ourselves. So the thing is, we've got to continue to ask the question, why is it that I have these unmet needs? We've got to dig deep into finding out what these unmet needs are and where they were developed. Where did they come from? And when the needs develop and when they became a need, what belief did I take on about myself at that time? Okay. So if you were in situations where there was a lot of chaos, you didn't feel that people that were taking care of you were looking after you in the way that you needed, the way that you desired. Um, and you started to have a need to be looked after. And so then you saw some of us in these situations, can you identify, you sought for love, you sought for affection, you sought for companionship in the wrong places, and it has been costing you up until now. It's been costing you all of your life because it's been programmed. Sometimes our level of I don't want to say maturity, but the developmental stage that we have been stuck in is what we experienced as a child. So if we're stuck into that stage where we experience abandonment, and that's where we learn to uh overcompensate or try to do whatever we could to get into relationships and to try to keep relationships and try to prove ourselves in relationships. We started that then many times as a child, and that's actually the developmental level where we are. How we learn to advance is through getting support so that we can work through those situations, reacclimate ourselves away from the past, and learn something new and different about the present. We reestablish and renew our mind, and our thinking is what we go through in coaching to come to a different belief system, which causes me now to be attracted and to attract something different. We're going to end it there. If this is something that you're looking for and you need support with, give us a a text. You can DM me and just say, "Hey, I'm looking for something new." Just put "new" in the chat, and we will reach out to you and get you connected with a coach that can get you where you're going. If you're at the point, only if you're at the point where you're ready to make that change, you want to experience something different in your life that is fulfilling. You don't want to take on the burdens and carry the burdens of everybody else, but you're looking for something new so that you can stop repeating the patterns. We're here for you. Give us a shout, and we'll see you all soon. Take care. All right. Bye bye.